right? Okay, so all I'm saying is that we don't want you to go away from today's session or any session in the future just thinking I got my answer for that one candidate, right? Okay, why? Because then that is a very, that only serves the purpose for a short term. That does not serve the purpose for the long term, right? The idea is for every individual to develop that leadership skills.
Yep.
I hope that makes sense. I mean, I don't know
Totally makes sense, man.
if you know, yeah. But anyways, all I was saying was that yeah, you know, so take as much as you can from everybody, you know, but let's, you know, let's build ourselves. Let all of us grow so much, right? Okay, so that you can not only you and everybody, even me for that matter, okay, that that we can confidently say a few weeks, few months from now that hey, I can handle it, I can take it, I can take care of it. The buck stops at us, right?
Yep.
Does it make sense? Or
Totally
did
makes
I
sense, man. Totally makes sense.
did I
Yep.
did I confuse you?
No, no, man. I think the whole crux you said is like not get the answers, but get the mindset behind that answers. And you're making your whole idea is to make me think rather than me getting answers and not thinking like what me as employee do. And at a job, like I only get answers and not think, and putting input on where what you say and implementing on it.
Yeah, because see, it's good to have questions within the system, okay, right? But what we have always learned is it is may not be a very good idea to question the system, right? Okay, do you understand the difference between the two?
Question the
Right?
system. I didn't get that.
Okay, I'll give you an example. Like let's say if you talk about online connections and things like that,
Yeah.
right? Okay, it's okay to ask questions as to okay, how can I do it better? How can I do it?
Yeah.
Right? What can I do that you know, that somebody else has not done it great, right? It's like saying example that hey, you know, you said that oh, you know, most of the people on LinkedIn, right? Okay, you know, they've already been contacted by other people, right?
Yep.
Okay, so you know, but if we say oh no, if I now go and do the same thing, they will also think I'm also in a network marketing, multi-level marketing, right? Okay, um, that's like we are questioning the system.
Yep.
I would rather have a question within the system that hey, maybe the guy before me didn't do the good job. Maybe he was soliciting. Maybe the way he did the OLP DTM Masawa with the people that I am meeting, right? Okay, maybe he was soliciting, right? Okay, I mean we have all been guilty of it. Don't get me wrong, right?
Yep.
We built our business the first 3-4 years purely in soliciting. There was no selecting, there was no process, there was nothing, right? Okay, so first 3-4 years in the business, Jess and I, we built the business in soliciting. That was the business model then, right? Okay, it's like saying that 10 years back there was no iPhone 11, 12, 13. There was only iPhone 1. So everybody was using iPhone 1, right? Okay, but when we developed the selecting mindset, right? Okay, we were able to switch so that we never went back into soliciting, no matter whether we had one candidate, 10 candidates, or 0 candidates in the pipeline, right? Okay, so when we question the system that, oh, LinkedIn doesn't work, why? Because most people have already been contacted, right? Okay, if I go into my LinkedIn right now, I was just sitting there doing my connections for today. Okay, I still have got 15 million connections that I can do. LinkedIn at the side of the screen, it shows how many, first, second, third, fourth connections I can do. Mine was showing 15 million, right? Your number will be different when you open your LinkedIn, right? Okay, so having question within the system, hey, how can I do what other people have not done so that I'm in a selection mindset and not soliciting mindset, right? Okay, but now if we go and question the system, oh, LinkedIn does not work. Why? Because everybody there has already been contacted by somebody else. That's like saying, oh, there are this 100 million people on LinkedIn. Everybody has got contacted. Nobody is left.
Yep.
Right? Okay. And it is not only for social media, even outside, right? Because see, once we develop that mindset that, oh, everybody has already been contacted, and what will they think if I say the same thing, right? Okay. That is not only online. Tomorrow, that same mindset, that seed of doubt can always go when you're doing face to face. Is that true? Right? Okay. Tomorrow, let's say if lockdown goes away, face to face. Now, that same mindset we carry from online to face. Oh, I see that guy smiling at me, but what if that guy has already been contacted by somebody else? Right?
Yep.
Okay. So is as good as saying, hey, you guys are studying IT, for example, but there have been maybe thousands and thousands and millions of people who have graduated in IT before us and are already working. Is that true? Right? Big company, medium company, small company, everywhere there are IT people. If it is to be true that, oh, all the IT spots have already been taken in every company, then the question we have to ask ourselves is, why the heck did I spend the last 3 years studying IT? Is it true or not?
Totally true.
Right? Why? Because just because you and I and everybody have just graduated from IT this year, doesn't mean that Google is going to create a spot for Umang and Jashan and Kelvin. No, right? Okay. Somebody will leave Google, somebody will leave Apple, somebody will, leave some company. And guess what? That's when position gets opened up for me and you and others. True?
Yep.
Right? Okay. So understanding that, hey, that's how businesses are. Right? Okay. Just because somebody may have done a bad job with some people doesn't really mean anything, right? Okay, so that's why we always seek to understand. If somebody say, for example, and I know we are going off topic, but that somebody might say, oh, I've already been spoken to by somebody else. What is the most likely question that we ask? Right, that's great. What do you know? What do you understand? Like what Jess shared on Saturday, right? Okay, we seek to understand first from people. Hey, what have you understood? What do you know? Maybe what you know is not what I want to share. So on and so forth. Make sense? Cool. Great. I just thought I will, let's put a little bit of a foundation so that when we go into those 4 or 5 points that you had kept as an agenda for today, okay, we all can share the inputs. Yes, Kelvin and I, and you can ask the questions or whatever the agenda is, okay. But all I'm saying is that let's take it from the point of view of, hey, how can I be open-minded to learn, right? Okay. And I'm sure, from knowing what we know about you, okay, you have always been a good student, right? Okay. Now we just need to take up all that learning, master it, or start working on it so that eventually we can apply it. Cool.
Yep.
Okay. Action. Application is the key. Otherwise, we are just doing theory talks here. We need to go out and apply, start applying. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Great. So cool. How about I'll maybe let you share what are the agendas or the topics that that you have listed down. If you want to take it one by one and share, and then maybe we can, in the end, we can sum it up. Like, yeah.
I think first question, I think like how you shared it, like we'll see all the people who have been contacted regarding MV or MLM. So I dissected that thing and I thought about a lot. I actually thought like you told that I even will meet these people in what is face to face as well. I haven't met even face to face before as well, who have been contacted before. So my question is regarding that: how to diffuse people? Diffuse in the sense, how to diffuse in the sense, I would say it like this: how to, like Jessica a little bit shared it on this question in a Saturday catch up, like how to add value and gracefully exit, whether it's online conversation or a face-to-face conversation. When person says like I don't want to do it, like I recently shared my LinkedIn conversation in that that she told that what she told yesterday. Just a yeah, she told me. I just asked her, um, like, okay, I said, how do you keep yourself mentally healthy in these times? Go to work, cook, eat, speak, and speak to friends and family. I think, oh, that's good. So, what do you do apart from your work? Then she replied, I'm good. I'm not looking for anything at the moment. I don't know like how to reply that. Like, this means diffusing people. Like people, I think online conversation, because now it's lockdown time, most of the people have been already contacted. I would assume that most of. So then my question is how to diffuse them. Diffuse in the sense add value and gracefully exit. What are the punchlines or yeah.
I told you, right? If you want to diffuse people, have a fire extinguisher next to you.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that.
Okay. See.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I maybe ask first of all, how many such conversations have you had just in the last, say, 30 days? Let's take 30 days as a sample size. Give me 30 days. How many such conversations have you had?
No, I only had, like, I'm doing conversation, but the person, only two people replied it, and out of one replied me like that. So it's safe to, I think I may be wrong in that, but it is.
Okay. Sorry, Jashan, I'll stop you there. I just asked you a simple question. In the
Yeah.
last 30 days, LinkedIn or any other social media, because we are talking about online conversation, right?
Yeah.
Last 30 days, how many conversations did you start?
I just started yesterday, as I mentioned you in my locker room.
Okay. So if you started in the last 30 days or only two,
yeah.
right? Okay. Understand the sample size is too small for you. Okay. Right. To already create a certain mindset. I just spoke about it right now before we started. Okay.
Yeah.
That if in two conversations you are already creating a mindset, okay. I mean, not even 5 minutes back, I said something that
Yeah.
we don't want to create the mindset that everybody has been contacted. It's like this. If I were to ask you, right? Okay. How many people online, forget about conversations, how many connections requests you would have sent in the last 30 days?
Not many, because yeah.
Then I have a question for you. If you have not even sent the conversation requests, right? Okay, leave alone conversations which were started or it even went through 1, 2, 3, whatever messages or something, right? Okay, I want to understand your mindset here. What made you come to a conclusion that what you said right now, that most people have already been contacted when you have not even done maybe 10, 20, 30, which if I'm saying 30, 30 is a big number, true?
Yep.
It's like you like cricket, right? Okay, right? You like cricket or not? Yes or no?
Yep.
Right? Now, if you have never even faced 6 balls as a batsman, or bowled 6 balls as a bowler, right? Okay. How can you come to a conclusion even without bowling 6 balls that, oh, that batsman is going to hit all my 6 balls for 6? What's the point of playing the game? Or as a batsman, if you say, oh, this bowler is a khatarnak bowler, every ball he bowls is I'm going to get bowled. What's the point of playing the cricket game? Does it make sense? It's not making sense, or is it making sense?
Yeah, it is making sense, but I got the point. I'm wrong in that, that I had the wrong mindset, but whole point is I want to make myself prepare in near future. If even one person came, so I should have that conviction. I should have that confidence of answering them. So my hope is not to get the answer, but to get the mindset behind
that is a skill set.
how-
That's a skill set part, Jashan, and we'll go through it.
Yeah.
Okay. But if the mindset itself on without bowling a single ball is that I'm going to get bowled or it's going to get hit for a 6, what's the point of playing? Right? If the mindset itself is wrong, then the skill set, no matter even if you are a Brett Lee or a Bumrah, doesn't make any difference.
Yep.
See, what you're saying about preparation is a skill set.
Yep.
Do you get that?
Yep.
Right? Okay. But if the mindset of a cricketer is there's no point in playing the game because I'm going to lose either way, then no matter how good a skill set you get,
Yeah.
without bowling a single ball, the match is gone. Are
Yeah.
you with me?
Got it.
So the first thing that we need to change that is the mindset.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. We need to stop either telling ourselves so that our mind starts believing, because the more moment time you telling yourself that, oh, everybody has been contacted, everybody has already had an OLB Masawa DTM already done.
Yeah.
What's the point? Your mind slowly and slowly, 1% at a time, is going towards that belief factor that, oh, online, offline, face to face doesn't work. So you need to change that mindset. Does it make
Yeah.
sense?
Yeah.
The first thing we need to start telling ourselves is, hey, there are 50, 100, 158 billion people out there.
Yeah.
I've not even maybe spoken to 1,000 of them in the last 2 years. Is it a safe number for me to say that in the last 2 years, since the day you started, you may not ever have spoken to at least 1,000 people? 1,000 is a big number.
Yep.
Right? Okay. So we need to start developing that mindset, telling those positivity to ourselves, our mind, that hey, I'm meeting some good quality people face to face, online, offline, doesn't matter. I am going to meet some good quality people. Right? Okay. So maybe you need to sit down and maybe, I don't know if you have done it in the past, or if you had, or you need to redo it. You need to do a self-talk. Right? I know this I'm talking about, maybe I'm going back to the basics, right? Because there's no point in Jess, or Kelvin right now sitting and giving you the skill set side, right? Okay, that you can tell this girl, oh hey, what do you mean you're not looking, or anything on those arena, right? Okay, or something on the lines of, hey, I don't know what made you say that. I was not even proposing anything. I was just asking how you're doing. Right? Okay, or something on the lines of, oh hey, that's absolutely fine. I think you are really happy where you are in life. Good luck. Have a graceful exit. Right? Man, 8 billion people in the world, at least 100 to 500 million people on LinkedIn. Why am I getting stuck by one person?
No, yeah. Not about stuck among. I think more is like, even if a person meets me, even if he leaves the process, he should feel good about it. I know I'm saying a lot higher thing, but it should be like such a graceful exit that he should feel that, yeah, it was nice talking to that person, you know. I want
Jashan,
to set at that
Jashan,
level.
listen to me. Forget about the other person feeling nice when they drop out. The
Yeah.
question is, you should be feeling nice when you other person drops out. See, the person or the candidate when they drop out, whether they feel nice or not, tell me, how many times has a person ever come back and message you saying, "Oh, I felt nice after talking to you." Forget about other people. Why can't we focus on ourselves? Hey, I did a graceful exit. I gave my 100%. The
Yep.
person was not looking. They disqualified themselves. No big deal. It's like you having a bar of gold in your hand. If you give it to somebody, somebody does not take it. Who has got the bar of gold? Who
Yeah.
has it?
We, me.
You have it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you still feel good about the having a bar of gold in your hand?
Yeah, like I feel good.
Yeah. See, I know your personality is where you like to be the good guy, right? Okay. Long time back, I heard one of the audios of speakers say, "Hey, if you want to make everybody happy, buy an ice cream truck and sell free ice creams." Okay.
Yep.
Right. As I'm not saying now that we become rude to people. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying
Yep.
that. Okay. But we are not in the business of making people happy. Understand that.
Yeah.
You are an entrepreneur building up an asset and building your future. Right? Okay. If Elon Musk wants to make everybody happy, he will give out free Tesla cars to everyone. But
Yep.
he charges $90,000 for the smallest car. Okay. So he's a nice guy, but he's not in a business to make people happy.
Yeah.
Right? If a guy comes into this showroom and says, "I want to buy a Tesla, but my budget is only 40,000," he will say, "Hey, great, I respect that you want to buy a Tesla, but either you increase your budget or come after a few, maybe 10 years, and if we have a car which is selling at 40,000, we'll give it to you." He will never say, "Oh, my poor guy, sweet guy, sorry, we don't have a Tesla at 40,000. Let me do something about it." No, it's a clear cut, man. The starting price is 70, 80, 90. It is what it is, right? So when we are building a network and an asset and we are qualifying people, right? Okay, if a person says, "I'm not hungry, or I'm not willing to convey patience, or I'm not looking, or any of those different characteristics," right? Okay, we don't become rude. We say, "Oh, hey, that's great. We appreciate that, and I'm glad that you said what you said. Unfortunately, I don't think that we connect or we are on the same page." Does it make sense?
Yep.
Okay. So again, I'm not giving you a straight answer here. I'm just making you think.
I think like spot on. It is. I think it's a mindset issue because the way I look at it was totally wrong. I think thanks for that. I think it's like glass half filled. I'm just focusing on that half filled glass, not on that, or not or like not like I'm focusing on that glass unfilled, not on the filled one. So I think this perspective was wrong of
Yeah.
seeing things.
Okay. Yeah. So let's get some mindset right. Okay. And we definitely, all the three of us, Jess, Kelvin, and I agree, right? Okay. That you have the capacity to build that mindset,
Yep.
right? That is, if you want to. If you want to, you have the capacity to build a good mindset, right? Okay. Understand the skill set part. Okay. The beauty of this business is the skill set is black and white, right? Maybe after this thing gets over, we can use my ID so we don't have to log in, log out. Okay.
Yeah. Because
But yeah, but I'm just going to stop here, and I will let Jess, kind of share from her side as well.
Great, Kelvin. Sorry, Kelvin. Great, Jashan. See, I guess the first thing that I want to kind of share is that let me ask you a question. Do you think you're an Amway or you're building an MLM?
No, not at all.
Okay. Are you 110% sure?
I'm 200% sure.
Okay, cool. The only
Somebody
reason I
make a
asked,
note.
obviously, I overhear all the conversations that you have with Umang and then catch-ups you guys have. See, I guess what we need to understand first is that we need to develop a mindset of abundance, okay, that you will attract what you speak. So if you're saying that everyone has been contacted on LinkedIn, for example, I'm not holding you against that statement, I'm just giving you an example, right? Then guess what, you will come across only those kind of people, because unfortunately or fortunately, whatever your mind is thinking, you will attract it, good or bad. Does it make sense? If someone is really scared to get a vaccine and they think I'm going to fall sick, they may not fall sick, but because they've been speaking that so much into existence, that they will attract that sickness to them. Make sense? So I would suggest that, when was the last time you wrote down a self-talk for yourself?
I have so many self-talks. So self-talk, I wrote it once. One I wrote it maybe a month ago, and I read
Okay.
it occasionally. That is from the Magical Thinking book, chapter number 6.
Okay. How about the first homework from out of this catch-up would be, hey, can you put a self-talk together as to not just in terms of business, what is it that you want in your life? The person that you want to be, the people that you want to attract, the things that you want to achieve, whatever that is. Okay. And it doesn't have to be just, oh, I'm awesome, I'm great. That's very, I would say, a shallow self-talk, but you're actually talking about you might be, what happens is when we are in this business for a while, we say a lot of positive things to people around us or to our uplines, but internally there's a lot of negative self-talk happening. But externally we are showing we are positive. Again, your mind is confused. Why? Because it doesn't know which one to believe. Make sense? So I would say write down that self-talk as if it's a version of Jashan in 1 year's time, in all walks of your life. Does that make sense?
Yes.
What makes you smile?
Like it's strange. It's been told in so many books, and I was just reading it, and then also I thought I had a self talk, but I had 3-4 self talks, some from the audios and some from the things, and to be honest, all these photos doesn't if it is not a consistent thing which I daily doing. Sometimes I focus on self talk 1, then sometimes I feel like I focus on self talk 3. Sometimes I feel like I'm focused on self talk 4. So there are 4 types of self talk which I focus on.
Okay, so why don't you take all those self-talks, sit in front of yourself, see what you resonate still with, and compile it and make it one.
And the reason why smiling is now I think after hearing this, now I think I can see I can go somewhere. I was for 2-3 months, I was mentally lost. I think mentally I was fighting with myself, and didn't know how to get out. But I self-talk, yeah, that's why I'm smiling, because I'm so happy, and now I got something. I'm getting out of that tunnel. Yeah.
And one thing that should definitely be in your self-talk is that I'm a great listener or an active listener, and I am implementing what I am learning to better my growth, to better my life. Because understand what happens is we sometimes unknowingly take our own coach for granted. Why? Because it's like, imagine your parents telling you the same thing, समझ में नहीं आता है. But वो अगर uncle या कोई बाहर वाला बोलता है, you're like, हाँ, that makes so much sense. And your mom and dad must be wondering, like, man, I've been telling you the same thing for so many months and you don't get it. Right? It's not that someone does it out of consciously or knowingly. It's just that we get used to a certain, conversation or a certain tone or a certain approach, and we unknowingly start taking things for granted.
And you're right on that. I think you told me like I'm a great listener, I'm a great implementer. And what the third thing you told? So sorry. Okay.
I'm an active.
Yeah.
You can hear the recording, but I'm an
Yeah,
active
yeah.
listener. And I am not. Understand that there are two things, right? We ask questions. What Umang was saying was we ask questions to get clarity, or we ask questions because we just want to ask questions. Because why? Somewhere we know in our hearts that we become a defensive person because we know that whatever the person is telling us is true, but we don't want to implement it. Or we haven't implemented it. And that's why now we are trying to justify our actions with questions without the mindset of let me learn from this conversation. Are you with me?
Yep.
Right? So see, Jashin, I would say when it comes to consistency, you're one person that I can really think about when it comes to consistently educating yourself. And hats off to you being core when it comes to your daily disciplines of, I see your audio posts pretty much every day, every night, I would say. Either it's a book, and hats off to you, because what that tells me or anyone is that you don't lack the consistency, but you, from what I can understand, is you're not able to operate with consistency when it comes to your work habit because you're challenging everything that you're being taught. But what happens in a book and audio, you cannot challenge because there's no dialogue happening. It's a one-way communication. You can't challenge the audio. You've listened to it, now you can't argue with the speaker. That why did you say this is right or this is wrong? Does that make sense? Like there is, I wouldn't say that there is any, I'm not trying to give any direct message here, but I'm just trying to give you a perspective so that you understand that, hey, you know what? Why I can build a consistent work habit when it comes to my daily disciplines, right? And a lot of people struggle with that. I would say I'm not 100% core when it comes to listening to an audio every single day, and I can be honest about it. It's an area that I'm still working on, right? But hey, how can I use my consistency as a habit that I already have in one walk now to apply to having a work habit to scale my asset? And don't get me wrong, you had this till I would say, from what I can gather, is still when you kind of reach the point where unknowingly you might have thought I know it all, or unknowingly thought that, you know what, this is easy, let me just do it my way. I think the ball got dropped.
The latter part. I was.
Oh, why should I have this conversation maybe the way Umang is saying it? Let me just take a shortcut, I'm going to get the result anyways, I'm confident about it.
Actually, I still remember I was working in security job. I told Umang I had 3 legs that time. I said, now I don't feel like doing conversation. I remember that time. I seriously said this thing to Umang. Umang said, what are you saying? I said, I'm happy. Like both 3 legs are growing, and these 3 people were seriously like very good at that. But yeah, I think at the second part you're right. I told that it's easy now. I want to relax, and that thing. Oh my god, I'm still working on it now. Hello?
Jess, you there? Hello? Okay, I think we lost Jess. Maybe it's her
Yeah.
laptop or something.